time about robbing. Shout it, he'll pop on anybody. Shout it, don't care about robbing your ass on camera. Nigga better ask about me. Nigga, I take your chain, bitch. Nigga, I take your main, bitch. Give me that bitch, she on it.
Don't know what that means. All right, anywho, last we were watching the SNL thing. We saw her big show, Trish Miss, the live experience. We watched her on stage, horsing around, gallivanting, shaking the ground around her. And it was exciting. I know it's unfortunate. I haven't even gone back to the stream to see what was taken out, how much was taken out, but I'd imagine most of the SNL review was X-nayed, okay, from the stream. Aside from that, we are going to be catching up with everything that's been happening after that, even with the Trishy Land, okay? If you go to Twitter, and if you're ever interested, take your time. Go down to the Trishy Land page, okay? It's a community page, right? If you go here, there's all sorts of exciting new videos of Trisha. When she was doing her show, I had no idea Holly showed up. All right, so Trish sitting down heavy, sitting down hard. I guess Holly Madison showed up. Holly Madison made her stick-like appearance, looking like she ain't got nothing left in her. Looking real tired. And I can't get over this drench, this Addams Family thing-like hair unit that she has on her head. Trisha's covered with these strands. You know, look at all these danglers. This long wig is it's very disgusting to see. You know, all over this body. Well, awesome stuff. And this is just for the audience. As you can see, Holly came up here high off her fucking rockers. You know, still rubbing her teeth from all that Kiz Oak or methamphetamine. I'm not sure what Hollywood does. Wearing the same thing Gypsy Rose had, the thumb sleeve thing where you can stick your thumb through the sleeve. She's got a terrible red outfit on. Jesus. Okay. Well, okay. So this is actually bizarre. I have to see this whole thing. What the fuck is this? Look at Trisha. This is almost as if, like, you know, it's on, you know, Trisha winged it. So this is another one of her, you know, clips from the live show. And look at this guy. This guy could never be more excited. Sleeping with his eyes open. And, you know, Trisha's actually engulfed an entire person behind her. You know, I didn't know there was a human being until I saw that orange Chucky hair do a turn. Look at this. Oh, my God. Wow, this is all we need for SNL, right? You know, Trisha's been waiting her whole life. She comes out here looking nuts. This is nuts. You know, there are things that are unnecessary and unneeded to ever happen in the existence of time and space. This never needed to happen. This is actually a cluster fucking, like, you know, Trisha's just feeling herself too much. She comes up here with the guns, ready to shoot the audience. Look at these Trisha fingers, okay? Bigger than hell, you know, each of them the size of a tomato. Spread the word. But this contraption and everything she's wearing now, she actually put this new accessory, this helmet on. This looks nuts. Woo! Oh, and that's all we have. The energy Trisha has to pull off what we would call a modern jig. This is all she's got. We'll do it together. Me and Trish will do the show together. You know, as if she's some type of Janis Joplin. So what the fuck is it? Look at her contortions, her neck. Oh my God. You know, and this is when I would imagine somebody's at the top with a bag of Oreo O's, and they're just dripping them down into Trisha's mouth. And what do you do? How much did you get? Imagine that. This lady right here, the garbage person. I'm just kidding. I don't know who that is, but her job was literally to stand in the middle of the stage and doing a couple of these. All right. Oh, here's another one. Wow. You know, I'm afraid what's going to happen. I'm not scrolling. It's just going to the next video. It could be Trisha naked. I don't know what's going to happen. All right, so let's get out of there. So that was just some more behind the scenes, or actually, you know, people at the show filming and, you know, capturing their favorite influencer forever. So that was the whole outfit. Everything's skin tight, everything's see-through. So, really disgusting stuff. Let's move on to her Instagram. It's been a while since we hopped on to Trisha's Instagram. See what she's been up to, what kind of like crap she's been posting. Somebody else actually posted this too. Trisha's got a brand new watch. Brand new watch. And she's flexing it right here. Trisha's back up. Trisha got herself a rock.
On my head, so you tell me that's how you plan. I can't even talk about that, but you know the plan.
A lot of black hair. So here's Trisha's massive, you know, piece of meat. Look at these knuckles, nowhere in sight. Buried in, you know, a lot of sludge, a lot of fluff. So she got herself a Cartier Grandma edition. It's a very AB-like watch. You know, AB from H3. Got himself a Cartier, a ladies Cartier. It's not a good look. Okay, and every time I see it, I want to strip it, you know, lop his hand off, allegedly. So Trisha posted this with what we would call a god-awful amount of battery on your phone. Where'd it go? Jesus. Let's go to her stories. Now I'm excited. What the fuck? You know, for a second, I thought it was Trish. Trish completely stripped of all her look. No makeup allowed. So here's like pretty much the same person, you know. You know, as Trisha Paytas, same look, same size, same capacity, showing off her oversized new fit. Trisha's hoodie finally came in about 2 months after it was released. And she's still sharing people's stories and, you know, regarding her crap she sold. Look at the back of her shitty hoodie. I mean, you can't even make this up. This is bullshit. You know, Infected Mushroom, how much do you actually think the price of this hoodie cost, if you're still here watching? What do you assume that, like, you know, Trisha's paying per hoodie? And, like, compared to the markup she's doing for this crap, it's ridiculous. I mean, this is worse than something you'd get down at the old county fair. So she made it to 10. You know, celebrations all around. Trisha paid for her final numbers to hit that, you know, beautiful even. Number 10, 10 million followers on TikTok. Look at her. She's really been feeling herself ever since all this new hype with her. You know, some people are disgusted, despise, you know, the fact that, like, you know, SNL would platform such a piece of shit. In my mind, I'm not shocked. You know, bad guys always win, right? That's just how the world works. We would not have shit unless there was greedy people out here doing greedy things. And, you know, I'm not surprised she was on SNL. But I am surprised by the fact that, what am I trying to say? I'm not surprised that she was on SNL, but I actually kind of like am enjoying this extra glow up of Trish. Because now she's looking more terrible than ever. Everything she'll post, she'll be thinking that she's some type of queen, and we get to sit here and watch en masse. You know, Trisha looking foolish on a bigger scale audience. So I do kind of I hate it. I hate the fact that Trisha's where she's at in her career and good things are happening. But this type of shit, this type of height, this, you know, this height that she's gotten in her popularity recently is on unstable ground. So we're actually watching her, you know, living her best dream. And whenever it ends, things are not going to be well. There will be a meltdown. This won't last long. Trisha's only, you know, she has what we would call a time limit. And when her time's up, it's time for her to go back to 30,000 views. And paying for Instagram likes and TikTok fucking views. Don't get it twisted. A lot of this stuff, a lot of this shit Trisha posts, like, you know, stuff like this is all schemes and scams paid for. You're telling me that Trisha Paytas has 10 million legitimate followers? I don't buy it. Not for 1 second. So let's go to her new interview. Trisha did her podcast with Bowen Yang. Bowen Yang being the, I think, is this the guy that, took Shane Gillis's gig? Okay. Yes, that's actually a good example. Cool said in the comments right now that Trisha Paytas' rise is similar to the rise of Tony Hinchcliffe. We watched Tony Hinchcliffe, comedian Tony Hinchcliffe of Kill Tony, the Lobster, take himself, do this big speech, for the president and get a lot of backlash. And, people like that, they're not meant to stick around. They don't have the heart. They don't have the power. They're actually, pathetic in general.
Auditioned.
And the fact that they get famous as fuck is beyond me, but it is the people around them kind of lifting them up. So it is very similar to Tony Hinchcliffe, Trisha's,
around the same time.
Magic stardom recently.
And then it was a really crazy time in the friendship because I got it and he didn't.
All right, so I have no idea what's going on. Trisha is on location. She's not at her set. Bowen Yang couldn't be bothered to take his ass down to L.A. Go to Trisha's house. See what's going on in there. Explore and examine the smell of Trisha's basement. She's doing her podcast in one of these green rooms. This is very similar to the green room we watched Stavros in.
Year left, and then it's like, okay, bye.
Not too long ago. This is the same set.
Frustrated, unsuccessful.
Wow. Okay, so folks, you always wonder, like with these shows online, these podcasts, you always sit there and you're like, do you think these people that do these shows, these celebrities, the comedians, okay, the modern day philosophers, as they like to think themselves of, do you think, like, with their podcast or their show they do, how often are they actually partaking in the aesthetic of the set behind them and building something to kind of like sit behind you to illuminate you in front of the camera? Trisha's sitting in this podcast room, this green room that looks a lot like, I don't know, Stavros Halitosis' latest appearance on some fat guy's podcast. Look at this right here. Let me go to my videos. Let me pull this up. And trust me, I'm not going crazy anymore because of the same fucking room. So Trisha Paytas is sitting not in the same not sitting in the same chair as legends like Stavros. She's actually on the opposite side. But this is bizarre. I mean, this is literally the same fucking set.
SNL, I'm like going on to do big movies.
No.
Do you think you'll stay for a while? Are you in part 2?
And like, I couldn't partake in walking into a room that ain't me. I'd have to, if I was to go on a show, which will never happen. This is all for fun. I'm never meant to actually do anything, in the world of pop culture.
I'm in part 2.
But I would never go to somebody's show and be like, "Yo, man, did you build this?" I'd walk out if they said they didn't.
I'm in part 2.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, I'm kind of gagged.
There's one video of me and Ari trying to do a TikTok dance and it just failed miserably.
Is it out there?
This is a gag. Okay, this is.
All right, so this guy from SNL, somebody that is in front of the camera is sitting here, has no idea about mic etiquette.
Is it out?
Or whether to realize that they're, it's time to talk. Look at him over here mumbling.
This is a gag. Okay, this is doing. Trying to.
Oh my god, wait, I'm kind of gagged.
There's one video of me and Ari trying to do a TikTok dance and it just failed miserably.
Is it out?
I don't know what you're saying. You're mumbling, bitch.
This is a gag. Okay, this is breaking news.
Love it.
This is a Just Trish exclusive.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's move on. This is the guy that actually is responsible for the crime. Putting this on, Saturday Night Live. Trisha coming in looking like a fucking mech. Looking completely cybernetic. All this goo, all this funk all over her face. She's coated heavy. Shadowed up, all this bronzer, all this bullshit. She's looking wretched on the
1
show.
1 a.m. last night.
And she can't hide it either. I like this side of Trish.
Then there was an after party till...
It's a far more disturbing look. This isn't even the same fucking person.
I stayed till 5 a.m. Maybe people stayed later.
And I also heard that Trisha wouldn't leave. Trisha went to the after party, SNL after party. She wouldn't leave. They had to call the fucking cops. All right, Trish, we know the story. She wouldn't leave the after party. She was so excited to finally be around people of notoriety in the world that, she wanted the party to continue forever.
Literally so booked and busy, and he is still making time to come to the podcast today to do a full recap of SNL.
And she's still on her pink cloud. This is the night after.
SNL debut.
Trisha's still high off that fucking popularity.
What, wicked?
Standing in front of the fucking camera, she did it I think she said 1 or 2 words on SNL.
Well,
and she's flying high off of this, this feeling, okay?
So many things. I instantly became besties with Bone Yang. I love him so much. But before we get into that, thank you to the sponsors of today's video. Aura Frames, DraftKings Casino, and Manscaped. I just did some excellent ad reads. Go ahead and skip 20 minutes, 40 minutes in if you guys really want to hear those ad reads because they're pretty amazing. We have the Christmas hoodies in. The Trish Live hoodies are now being sold online at justtrish.com. Just because it's hard to physically bring all of them to the show in Thousand Oaks. So if you want to wear
Trisha looking heavy right now. She's looking weighted down with all this hoodie.
Your hoodie.
Trisha's the only person I think in this world that actually has her own size.
Sponsors of today's
size you've never heard of.
Video. Aura Frames, DraftKings Casino, and Manscaped. I just did some excellent ad reads. Go ahead and...
And Trisha looks a little intoxicated. I don't know, 1 to 10, how many people think Trisha partaked in some of that SNL pill action? All that Hollywood, or all them Hollywood people out here, they're hooked on that Adderall, that Vyvanse. Trisha could have been handed a pill before her cameo.
Skip 20 minutes, 40 minutes in if you guys really want to hear those ad reads because they're pretty amazing. We have the Christmas hoodies in. The Trish Live hoodies are now being sold online at justtrish.com.
So let's check them out. I can't remember the price, what Trisha's, bottom line was on the hoodie. Let's check and see the price on Trisha's new hoodies. Now, they're probably not available at all. No fucking way. 10 for sure. Okay, so let's go. Let's just check for a second. What is it? Just Trish merch. Just Trish podcast. Now I got to find her merch table. Or whatever she's using. All right, here's Trisha's store. I got to wait 1 second. My whole name is about to pop up in the center of the screen, okay? Because my Google always wants to be like, hey, is this you? Yeah, it's me. I'm on this website. So every time I go to Trisha's her merchandise site, I'm always blown away by how terrible it is. This is Trisha Paytas of YouTube fame, sitting here wearing her merch. Wrong thing. Wearing her merch, showing it off, telling you to run to her store. If you were an older person that had what we would call a problem seeing, you'd have no idea this is here. First time I went on this website, you'd think in the center of this screen, you'd be like, oh, I see it. I can barely see the shop now sign. Barely visible, but here it is. This is everything you can get. You can get an entire sock for your small tree or big tree. Sometimes your trees get cold. You ever heard of a coat for a tree? Okay. So Trisha's, heading into the, agricultural, what am I trying to say? She's trying to get all into the agriculture, with such plant, wear right here. So these are huge. These socks are nuts. How big do they go? The size is, I guess, one size, which means if it fits Trish, it ain't fitting you. So those are a waste of money. $15 for socks or hoodie right here. $89. You got to be kidding me. Trisha's trying to sell this dog shit oversized Trishmas Live hoodie. So Trisha did a hoodie not too long ago. Literally the same thing, except this time I'm assuming there are letters on it that resemble the word live. So Trisha just copy and pasted her original hoodie. Did barely any work at all to, creatively, to put out a decent product for her audience. Imagine having people that really like you, really enjoy your content. They're like, I'm going to make merch for you. And they get so far into their scams and schemes They don't even question the quality of the fucking thing touching the skin. So this is what you get. You get all this Christmas holographic crap that washes off after about 3 or 4 cycles in the machine. I can't imagine this text is going to stay on. This looks cheap. This looks like Jersey Shore boardwalk crap. All right, so let's move on. It goes all the way up to 4X. You know, Trisha's size. Now, I'd imagine there should be another size here. And it would just be the letter T, you know, for Big Mama T. All right, let's go back to her podcast. Real dark.
Just
You know, we're using different cameras. We're at a whole new studio. This is one of these makeshift podcast studios that anybody could hop into, and you're like, wow, it looks professional.
because it's like hard
You know, me, I'm fascinated with the corner setup.
to
I do like that this set, or this podcast set, is pretty much all the way up on the corner of this room.
physically bring all of them to the show in Thousand Oaks. So if you want to wear your hoodie to the Thousand Oaks show, you can order now. My mom and sister are getting them out very quick. They ship the same day, if not the next day.
Wow, very quick. You know, I don't know if anybody's bought it as a goof. Look, the guest isn't even here. I like this. I like this version of Trish alone.
But I think all in all, they're just going to stay back for this week, do my show at the Beacon, have so much.
But her face, I don't know if it was, is there a problem going on here, ladies? We've always seen Trisha from the front. We've seen her from the side also, but it was only through like her own videos and her own lenses. She's looking so expanded, so inflated with all sorts of filler. It's unreal.
Fun.
She's looking swollen. Her entire face, this is after SNL. You know, Trisha didn't want one wrinkle to pop up, but little did she know, the next day, she looks like she's just like been hit in the fucking face
And then head home
by a goddamn car. Her whole shit's swollen.
to get ready for the Thousand Oaks show. So Trish's Live has been absolutely crazy.
Or are we actually seeing what Trisha really looks like? Yes, Julie Belladol says she looks unfiltered.
We had our first show in San Diego on December 5th at the San Diego Civic Theater. And that show, you know, we had about 75 to 80% capacity like the day before. The show happens to have the show and like, oh, you sold out. And I was like, there's no way. There's
Well, and Trisha's lying right now. Everybody does it. You know, I'm pretty sure Ethan Klein of Ethan and Company. Klein and Company, they probably literally gave away the last few tickets at their Greek show that they did.
no way.
You know, to sell that out's tough. Trisha's saying that, you know, she was at 75% to 80% capacity. There were still tickets to be sold. It wasn't sold out.
Sold out show.
And all of a sudden, Trisha's like, I don't know how it happened, but it got sold
Show
out.
happens to have the show and like, oh, you sold out. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
And there is
Sold
no
out show.
way.
You guys sold it out the day of. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, it was.
And like, you know, it's too easy to say that. I could sit here and be like, listen, I got millions in the bank. Do you even know? Do you really even know?
Like,
There's no chance Trisha sold out this shit show. For sure, she gave away the remaining seats or just had it at that capacity.
so surreal.
You know, I don't know how many people were flying drones around. You know, there should have been anywhere those drones should have been. They should have been above Trisha's experience. Okay, looking down at that audience. I need a better look at Trisha's audience.
It was the highlight of my whole year. It felt so crazy because once again, I talked about this on stage too, but like doing a show where it's just me and my Christmas songs, which aren't like super popular, but people were so into it. And also, you know, I'm not part of like this like bigger friend group at the moment, right? When I was on tour before, I always had like someone that was in a big friend group where it's like you would think the shows would like sell out really big, and it just didn't happen. This is my most successful and biggest selling shows and biggest capacity shows, and it's really just
You know, and the excitement's unreal. You know, Trisha's like fucking fuming with, you know, the pure joy and ecstasy of just being on TV last
me,
night.
and I'm so thankful. And it was
And also, like, you know, getting this show together alone. You know, she's saying when she used to do it before, she used to have extra help. This time, she did it with her own bare
so
hands.
emotional.
Yeah, right.
And everybody there just,
And she robbed her entire audience. Everybody got tricked because it was Trish. You know, Trisha could have just sold out, done the same amount of ticket sales if she was just going to get on the stage and take a shit in the middle of the fucking stage, all right?
Dinner tonight, just the family.
All right, and
I don't know.
it would have had the same results. But what we've seen from her live show is a slap in the face to her audience. It's a very exhausted, extremely stuffed Trisha Paytas to the brim, pizzas, whatever. Before the show, she demolished.
Energy was.
But she gave them, a terrible, terrible live show. From what we've seen, low energy Trisha about to fall asleep. Doing disgusting things, sitting on Moses, squishing Moses.
And I cannot wait for the show tonight in New York. Beacon Theater. Everyone keeps telling me, like, that's such a big deal. It's like sold out, and I don't know if I fully grasp it. And I don't know if I want to necessarily fully grasp it. It's like doing Saturday Night Live last night, which again we'll talk about when like Bowen gets here. But
all right, so let's get to the part when Bowen gets here.
And I'm so thankful. We did the San Diego show.
Oh wow, we have about 10 minutes of just Trish.
The day of the.
And this is actually what the show should be. When I have the Nate show, it's the name of me, my own name, and it's just me. If it's just Trisha, it's literally just Trish.
San Diego show.
So she's just laughing at her audience. She's like, you fucking idiots. There's 2 fucking people here.
I get the DM from Bowen that says
it ain't just me.
SNL sketch. Like wrote me into an SNL sketch, which was like crazy. I didn't believe it. And then I was like, oh my God, do I book a flight? Because I am in LA. And even if I left at the first flight, which I did, was 7 a.m., that means getting here at 3:30 p.m. There was rehearsals at 5 p.m. And there was so much traffic right now in the city, especially near 30 Rock. There's the big Rockefeller tree. And
I'm assuming we will be getting pictures. Trisha went to the Big Apple. So hundreds and thousands of pictures were probably taken. Some that are probably never going to see the light of day. I can't imagine the activities Trisha got into after being on SNL.
It's closed off.
I don't know if New York's the city that never sleeps, but it don't never sleep. So I don't know, she was all alone. She was alone. Moses back at the damn house taking care of Elvis. And Trisha's out here prancing around the city of
New York.
So she was probably out on the prowl, unfaithful, cheating on Moses, getting a little bit too close to Bowen Yang.
Off, like streets are closed off. Like I like TikTok some of it. I'm like running through the streets. Like it's chaos. It's chaos in the city. It's wild. I love New York. I've been feeling a calling to it, and now it's like there's 3 big things happening in New York. SNL was a surprise. It was last minute. I was already supposed to be here for Beacon, and then the 3rd will be announced tonight or tomorrow. And it's just it is magical. It's wonderful, and I have been having the absolute time of my life. But I got the call, and so I had to.
And like the way that Trisha looks, come on, folks. She has like the what would they call it? The attributes of somebody that cannot believe it happened.
Literally.
Like she actually cannot believe that this happened. Her reaction to this, her facial features, like her talking about it. The way she looks after talking about it, especially, being on Saturday Night Live. She actually, kind of like lets out a look that almost seems like she can't believe it happened, which most people would say that. But I think Trisha can't believe it happened because it's a scheme.
I got the call, and so I had to.
I don't think Trisha Paytas, we all know for a fact, everything is a little bit suspicious, along her TikTok. The numbers for the podcast. And, so on and so forth. I've sat here, I've talked about it, suspicions of paying for views.
Literally go.
But I truly believe that, like, if Trisha being Trisha Paytas, I wouldn't be shocked if she's, like, actually, financed the fluffing of her channel so much that she is starting to get fake fame.
Go straight from San Diego. I didn't have any.
Wouldn't that be amazing? We find out Trisha paid for everything, and all these people are tricked. Nobody's actually watching, and she walked up on SNL.
For New York. I still don't have any clothes. I have this one hoodie, this pink hoodie, and then I think I bought maybe 10 sweatshirts from like the NBC shop. I have all this SNL hoodies now because I just needed some clean clothes. But I am getting stuff overnighted thanks to my mom and Moses. So I'll have my meet and greet dress.
Meet and greet for sure. J-Pop says, She looks like she's pushing 330 pounds. She's looking big. She's looking bigger than ever.
Dress I ended up wearing on SNL.
You know, when you're wearing a hoodie, but like not really wearing it, the bottom of the hoodie starts to kind of like look like the top. You know, Trisha has this thing so zipped open, and that's the only way it will fit. You think this fucking hoodie's oversized? It's not enough. So she's, you know, she wears the clothes that don't fit in this type of fashion, where she just kind of like drenches it over her shoulder, you know, because she can't get it all the way up.
A version of my meet and greet dress. I have 4 of these dresses made. So the gold one I wore in San Diego for the meet and greet, and then I have the green one planned for New York, and I have the red one planned for Thousand Oaks, and the pink one was planned for my Hot Topics after all the shows. And it was actually designed after Ariana Grande's opening monologue on SNL.
You know, and Ariana Grande is like, come on, you fat ass bitch. I mean, can you just do something on your own? You know, Trisha's like coming in, replica pieces, everything that she does in life, especially cameo-wise or show-wise. It seems like she's got caught up with this dressing up and costume aesthetic.
SNL.
You know, to cosplay as somebody in, you know, in pop culture.
And
you know, and Ariana Grande being like one of Trisha's biggest victims.
And had no idea I was going to be on SNL, and I just loved the dress so much. Obviously, the designer does not make it in my size, so I just had something similar made just for the podcast because I loved it. I thought she looked so cute in it. And then when I got called within like 48 hours to be on Saturday Night Live, I had my sister, thank God she was in LA, overnight that dress. And then a designer here in New York, Gareth Sparrow, who did my Wicked premiere dress, made the closing number in the pink sequins. And those.
So here she is sitting next to, I don't know what the fuck. This is the guy. He has some famous country song, and he has very intense dreads.
All the outfits I have. So I found a.
J Pop says, honestly, she looked perpetually pregnant since she gave birth to Elvis. Yeah. So here's Trisha stunned. Mouth agape. We looked at this picture, I think, last time we streamed. Trisha staring in front of the crowd, waving at the couple of people sitting in there. I don't know what the guest, how many people are actually in this fake audience for SNL. But, you know, she couldn't be happier with that scam smile. So let's move on to when, you know, yours truly, Bowen Yang shows up.
But it's the biggest one. New York, we sold it out in 25 minutes. So I can't even imagine. We have a lot of guests on the list and a lot of new guests coming. And I know it's going to be absolutely chaotic. So I'll have a good 24 hours to rest in between, and I will be good. And I get pumped for my own shows. I love it. And just.
Well, you look like you are. I mean, Trisha's pumped more than ever. Pumped, filled to the brim with whatever you could fucking, you know, put inside her. Oh my God, I just, folks, what the fuck? Shit! All right, never mind. We were having problems.
The overall energy
with the monitor over here.
And vibes are wonderful. I guess the moral of this is, you know, get that insurance on those airline tickets. That's kind of a scam too, because you pay like $100 and then you might not cancel, but I don't know. At least they gave me credits. We have up into 6.
All right, so bitchin'. Trishan's be over here bitching. She's over here complaining about airline fees. So, you know, it's not a shocker. I see it all the time with Ethan Klein. You know, of Klein and Company, you know, you watch the show sometimes, he starts to complain about the price of certain things. And I always enjoy people that literally could fucking spend $1,000 a day and still be okay. You know, complain about the price.
Months on American Airlines.
Of anything.
The best. All right, you guys. Well, coming up, we have Mr. SNL himself. The reason I was on it, just my absolute crush. I just love him in every single way. Just the it boy, the star in my eyes. The minute I saw him, I was like, oh, we connected instantly. I cannot wait for him to come and join the conversation and just... You'll see how wonderful he is, how deep he is, how beautiful he is. Coming up next, we have guest, friend of the podcast, and now my new bestie, Bowen. Yeah.
Oh my God. So here's Bowen Ye. Trisha's coming in with that fake ass fucking amped up energy.
Here.
Long time no see. We literally just saw each other, what, like 4
So he is like the Chinese Oscar to me. This is Oscar as fuck.
hours ago?
Yeah. Literally.
You know, probably could take, you know, Oscar's job. I don't know if this guy, you know, wants to get out of sight on SNL. I don't think,
Party at SNL.
this guy realizes what he's partaking in. Does Bowen Yang, him being Lord of the Cancel, does he have any idea who he's working with and who he teamed up with and pushed up on a pedestal?
Or the belle of the ball.
Does Bowen Yang, does he have any idea that Trisha Paytas posts her children's feet on her Instagram stories all the time?
I need to say my sorries in
Okay.
private.
This guy's sitting here clueless. He looks like he has the face of somebody that's been paid off.
Do you feel that way?
You know what? I felt
Very fake friend activity right now, I'm feeling. Trisha's sitting here full aardvark or hippopotamus. Lower jaw. Look at the size of this thing. I mean, you can't even make that fuck up.
very loved. That was the most hype I've ever gotten in my entire life. It was very odd and very surreal.
Ever? Well, I guess it's like
Ever.
the most, it's spatially, it's like the most people in one
Lava said she recently just said that she had a deep love for Bowen. Just because he got rid of her on SNL. So fake.
room who are there to like celebrate something else, which is the occasion is like, oh, it's the SNL after party. We just did a show. But then like, I think people were just gagged that you were there. Like everybody from like the guests who came in the audience who like ended up at the party to like the staff at the show.
It's crazy.
Were they,
And this guy's pathetic. I mean, you can't even, this is a very, you know who this reminds me of? This is McLovin to me. They have the same stupid fucking
they were
face.
just like, so I had people thank me. They were like, thank you for bringing Trish to us. And I was like, first of
No problem. And this guy, just the way he looks like an evil guy. Can we trust Bowen Yang? Look at those dead eyes.
all,
You're telling me this motherfucker's a good person? Just like all his mannerisms are very spooky.
to like the staff at the show.
It's crazy.
Where they were just like, so I had people thank me. They were like, thank you for bringing Trish to us. And I was like, first of all, my honor of my life, and also it was Asha Ward's idea because we'd written the sketch called Spotify Rap.
Okay, so he's leaking secrets of who's involved, who partook in this crime.
Honor of my life, and also it was Asha Ward's idea because we'd written the sketch called Spotify Wrapped, and then there was a podcast beat in there, and then after it got picked, we were like, wait, this is the perfect opportunity to bring
Now this is way
because
better. This is 100 times better than her actual appearance on SNL. Trisha hasn't closed her mouth this entire time. Honking a fucking tune. Trisha's sitting here looking like the back of a semi. The muffler, the ass of the truck. Trisha's got her exhaust pipe
We've
open.
been talking about it on the show, and like we listen.
Oh my God, that's
And-
so crazy.
What are the fake bullshit? Look at you. You be looking like shit right now.
Do you feel
God
like-
damn, girl. And this is bad. This place that filmed this show, they didn't give her any mercy. They didn't give him any either. He'd be looking like shit. Lowest quality cameras, crap production. And Trisha comes in here. This isn't the set that people remember. They had to bump this resolution up to 1080p, 1880, whatever the fuck. They had to turn up to 1080p bitrate premium, which means nothing. It doesn't mean shit. I don't think it makes the resolution any better or anything at all.
And there was a podcast.
And they use their cameras at this fucking bullshit set that she did the show on. Trisha's looking nuts. She's looking worse than ever. The colors are terrible. There's nothing bright. There's nothing pink in sight.
in there and then-
Except for this dog shit hoodie.
After it got picked,
I love it. This is the exact opposite of Trisha's fucking podcast. Imagine this. You think when Trisha started the show, she thought she'd end up in the old
we
green?
were like, wait,
Green is not a good color sitting behind Trish.
this is the
It really illuminates her girth.
perfect opportunity to bring Trish in because you've been talking about it on the show, and like,
Look at that mouth.
this is the perfect opportunity to bring Trish in because you've been talking about it on the show, and like we listen.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Do you feel
And he knows. He's like, do you think you're safe right now? What if Bowen Yang got up and smacked her?
like you're manifesting like all the goodness in your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so negative and pessimistic like the majority of my life. Like I always was like,
Bowen Yang's a very Venom, fingernail polish type. You remember in the movie The Holes with Shia LaBeouf? I could see Bowen Yang dipping his fingers in some of that sweet, python venom.
I'm a loser.
Snake venom. Scratch, kill.
I suck, I have no talent, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like all this stuff. And like the minute I started like changing and being like, I could do that.
Wow, I should probably record that for what we would call Nate's soundbite. Let's do it. Trisha just released a brand new soundbite for the show where she actually tells the truth about herself. So let's see if we can record it. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to be quiet for a second. This is what we call Hollywood magic, how it works, you know, in the big, you know, here we go.
I suck, I have no talent, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like pessimistic like the majority of my life. Like I always was like, I'm a loser, I suck, I have no talent, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like all this stuff. And like
we got that recorded. Oh, it's still going. Fuck! Bear with me, we're getting this new soundbite of Trisha telling the truth.
Pessimistic like the majority of my life. Like I always I'm a loser, I suck, I have no talent, I'm fat. I'm a loser, I suck, I have no talent, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like all this stuff. Loser, I suck, I have no talent, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like all.
Folks, we got it. Here's the soundbite. Soundbite of the year.
I'm a loser, I suck, I have no talent, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like all this stuff. And like the minute I started like changing and being like, I could do that, I could do this, and start talking and like speaking positively about myself and other things, it really did like change my whole life. Like it is crazy.
Well, because like if we find ourselves in like this feedback loop where like, you know, where we say something like to get a reaction out of some people and that gets rewarded in some capacity. That
I mean, I can't get over this guy is the same as Oscar Gracie. And also with Trish tonight, we do have a special treat. Oscar Gracie has released his first vlog.
Is this not kind of triggering? Like,
so I don't know if I want to like just go ahead and hop into this. You know, I totally forgot about
I literally
it.
still have the.
You know, I totally forgot about. You know, his name should just be fucking Ross.
I'm a loser, I suck, I have no talent, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like all this stuff. And like the
Tag on that. Oh, that's not. Hey you guys, welcome to my first vlog. She's a vlogger.
All right, so this is Oscar's first vlog. Oscar's car too. Just kind of, you know, of course he would have a fucking, you know, this is his first big purchase. You know, being part of Trisha's podcast network, the Trisha Network. I'm sure his first big bag, or you know, a couple of them, he built up enough, you know, money to put a down payment on a Tesla.
Yep,
so Oscar's in a Tesla. This is brand new. Don't get it twisted. There's no chance Oscar wouldn't have this thing covered in ketchup and catsup and all the.
I just got to Trish.
You know, dookie everywhere, boogers.
Because it is Monday, which means it's a Just Trish day. So I am about to go head in and get ready to film. I'm excited. A little nervous today because my energy's a little.
Cool says he lives in that Tesla.
Blah today, but you know what? We're gonna fake it till.
You know, and I could see Oscar. Oscar's the type of person that probably sleeps scary. Like you could walk into a room, Oscar's just standing there like Mr. Bean, completely asleep.
We make it because that is what being a diva is, you know. So let's go get ready. Okay, so tell me how I spilled literally my Celsius.
So I've been waiting for this for a long time. You know, me and him to match and clink glasses. I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but me and Oscar sporting the same fucking drink. Look at that. Okay.
On the one, what?
And, you know, Oscar's wrist, Oscar's everything be looking like trap. Fuck, I can't even talk. Crap. Look at his phone. What kind of fucking phone is that? I've never in my life. You know, looking like a small-ass dick. Look at this. Couple of nards. Little piece right here. Nice. So it is an iPod. He's hiding the fact it's an SE. Oscar's iPod SE. Look at his arms, man. And this is what I've been waiting for, his vlog. He actually releases more footage than anybody ever actually needed of him. We get to actually see his complete comb over. So if you're not aware with Oscar, or if you're not familiar with who he is, this is Trisha Paytas' co-star to her Just Trisha podcast. And every time he hops on the show, he has a different face. He has a different look. Sometimes he's his normal overweight self. And other times he comes in with that strong face because of the filler. But one thing that doesn't change is his shitty hair. He has no idea what to do with what he's got going on up here. Now, his hairline has actually kind of like ran for the hills. I think it's actually kind of retreated to real far back on his head. So he did what most people do that are trying to hide a secret. They grow their shit out so they can do the comb over.
I spilled literally my Celsius.
So he's wearing a filthy, dirty Tommy Jean shirt. You know, Tommy Hilfiger. I think he's a predator, right?
Get ready. Okay, so tell me how I spilled literally my Celsius on the one.
But he's filming inside Trisha's her dressing room.
What
So I would only imagine he's got keys to the estate.
part
Do you think Oscar's been given a key to the palace, Trisha's house?
of my shirt?
I doubt it. I doubt it. Chelsea says Trisha needs to give him a makeover. He looks like a PDF, LOL. Bavlava says she probably charged him for letting him vlog in her house. I think she makes an appearance too. We do see behind the scenes of the podcast studio, so get excited.
Girl, it is that kind of day.
And Oscar's wearing a disgusting stained shirt. He kind of mentioned it. He made up a lie that he spilled something on his shit. I just think Oscar, can't afford to do the laundry in L.A.
I was like, okay, no one's gonna notice. It's, if I roll up my sleeve, maybe it'll cover it up. No. Girl.
But he's also trying to show off his little bit of gains. Oscar's got himself a couple muscles these days. He's on Ozempic. He's going to the gym. He's doing very disturbing things. But he's looking terrible.
Okay, my dumb ass, maybe I have something in my trunk
What is that? Drugs? Look at his fucking trunk.
I can wear instead, because I have a
You're right. He is living in his car. Oscar's trunk is stuffed with his entire life,
lot of shit.
his belongings. Oscar's got some type of weird-ass sex toy over here. This could be anything. This could be
in
anything.
here. Got my Halloween costume.
Wow, look at this. What is this? A dildo?
Another Halloween costume. Oh my god, my other.
Wow, in Oscar's car, his trunk stuffed to the brim. It's not a shocker. I knew it. He hides his mess in the trunk. A lot of people do that. They think they can hide their problems in a different room.
Shirt in here. My Chapel PR bag. Is there anything I can wear?
What the fuck is this? I wouldn't be surprised if Oscar's the type of person that catches a tan like this.
No, there's no shirt in here. Ugh. Oh my god, there's nothing. Okay, well, as a diva, I am definitely down, but not out. That's so
all right.
bad.
So Oscar had nothing to wear. Oscar literally showed up to Trisha's house with nothing on. Nothing that, is something that you could, be a good example wearing. He's got homeless shit, stains. This is the only good shirt Oscar had in his trunk to step into Trisha's house in.
Bad. Oh my.
And it's got piss all over it. Oscar's trying to hide a problem. Oscar had a piss night, and he cleaned it up with the shirt.
God. It's a make it work moment. Okay, we're gonna make this work. I'm gonna do my makeup and then figure out the stain after. We gotta go. Okay, you guys, we managed. We have the jersey here. We are in Just Trish Studios. Trisha's here.
Wow, look at Trish just fucking waking up.
Hello. Oh my god, I can't believe.
Oh my god, where's your head? What is that? Oh! Wow, that's nuts. Trish has no brows, no way, no how. Trisha's eyebrows completely disintegrated from her fucking fat. And she's looking wretched right now. She's looking nothing but forehead.
You've retired from vlogging, so I'm like, let me pick up the mantle.
I think everyone has retired from vlogging.
It's not fucking funny. We're waiting, Trisha. We know you're going to do it. You will put out a new video. Brand new vlog, and we're going to zoom in. And now you're in trouble. This is just as good as Trisha's vlogs. This is almost better. I've been waiting, Oscar.
Everyone's doing Vlogmas now.
Just you and Remy.
Oh, look, there's Trisha's cameras. I'm curious what she's working with. It's got a viewfinder. Canon?
The vlogging is making a comeback. It really is.
Oh my God. I fucking knew it. They're using Canon cameras, aka cheap, fake crap.
Vlogmas now.
Just you and Remy.
And Adam McIntyre is also vlogging.
Oh, really?
Yes, the girls are vlogging again.
Yeah, he's been doing it. Oscar sitting behind the fucking, everything that's relevant, miles and miles away. He's over here mentioning that Adam McIntyre's vlogging. Bitch, please. He's been doing it for a while. Wake up. Wake up.
As his cat vlogging is making a comeback.
I love that for you. That's so funny.
I do. It did make me miss your vlogging era, though. I realized, talking to yourself is a skill, and I definitely have it. I definitely miss your vlogging era, though. I realized, talking to yourself is...
Wow, talking to yourself is a very bizarre form of, trying to do something. Yes, it is.
And I definitely have it. And you have it too.
Yeah. I feel. Oh no. First of all, vlogging, I hate it. I don't miss it.
But you're so good.
Wow, there you go, audience. She told her audience too that she was gonna demolish her channel. She didn't do it. She got fucking scared. Trish got scared out of her fucking mind. Her audience did not like that in the comment section when she was contemplating on getting rid of years and years of what made her her. Now Trisha's squid-like tentacle fingers are sitting over here looking fucking nuts. Look at the size of those. Oh my God.
No, it's always...
I would be so scared too. Imagine talking to Trish and she's got that hand raised
upward.
up.
Now it's not because we're...
That's why Moses is back here fucking hiding. He knows violence could happen immediately.
Filming, but I feel in real life it's just when's the right time to pull it out,
That is true.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to vlog in front of my boyfriend, so I started my vlog in the car.
Yeah, because you ain't got one. We're gonna go in Oscar's house. His fucking boyfriend is made of bubble gum.
I didn't want to start
like Helga Pataki level of fucking weird. It's hey, Trisha, I made a sculpture of you with your own hair.
in an apartment and have him
that's what Oscar gives off. Spookier than hell.
me. So I was like,
Not a good start.
I know, that's true.
He's gonna be the thing that brings it in because it's the boyfriend reveal.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think it's gonna be so good. Well, I'm glad we have our matching outfits today.
I know, it really is.
Oh, that concern in her eye. Look at her eyes. She doesn't like this one bit. Look how nervous he is, too.
We're holding
It's a big fucking, it takes a lot of gumption, a lot of balls, cojones,
space.
to come into Trisha's place of work and just pull your camera out without her touching it and, affecting some of the look and, filtration of what he's using. Oscar's probably borrowing one of her garbage cameras that is all set up so Trisha doesn't look beyond monstrous, okay? It's disgusting.
Defying gravity. I can't wait to get into it. I
loved your story yesterday. I was like,
Look at her. She's standing right where the light shines, trying to get the best glow. It's not helping out. It's making you look.
love this so
We
much.
are holding space. Oh my God.
I can see it. Actually.
All right, you guys, we're about to.
Oh my God, look how far. Now we can see Trisha's hairline from the
I
side.
can see it.
Oh, it's way back. Look at that. Benjamin Franklin hairline, presidential lineup. Ha! Not into it.
All right, you guys, we're about to start filming. You've already seen the episode, so hopefully.
Chelsea says Oscar's boyfriend definitely made of silicone and Trisha's old wigs.
They went well.
Spread the word. Here's his house.
A minute. I have to be kind of quiet because Darian is sleeping.
Wow, you don't look like you've had a good evening. Look at Oscar's face. Does he look like he had a good night with his boyfriend? Seems like one of them crying nights.
Still, but it is Black Friday now, so if you're doing the math on that, that means I haven't vlogged from Tuesday through Thursday. That is correct, but I have a good explanation. After
Wow. And it's probably one of those scary explanations. Oscar woke up in a location he wasn't familiar.
we filmed on Monday. Oh, okay. I got really, really sick after, and I thought it was just food poisoning, but when I got home,
Oh, what is this? Everybody and every person in the entire world always wants to take on the responsibility of a cat. I just hope you're taking care of the kitty.
Home, I like got violently ill, and then I realized that I actually had like a stomach virus. So I've been pretty much like out of commission, but skinny on the plus side. Not even really that much of a plus. It was like really depressing.
So I think Oscar's going through it right now. This is the first time he's actually went without having about 5 or 6 dinners throughout the night. And it's really becoming bizarre to him. Look at him. He's blown away. He can't even... He's speechless. You know, since he's been on that Ozempic, he's not, you know, having his fucking 7 or 8 eggs in the morning. He's really, like, starting to lose weight. And it's making him fucking feel weird. He looks like he's almost scared in this video.
A little bit, but also, like, couldn't, like, be with my family or anything because I'm sick. And also...
And he's got these dark circles. Probably double black eyes. He went home, his boyfriend hit him with the 2.
My mom is going through chemo right now, so like her immune system is like really weak. So if I'm a little bit sick, I obviously have to like be away from her. It's been a rough start to the vlogging career. It's not giving like Alicia Marie. It's not giving Remy Ashton. I wish it was like just cutesy, girly, rich, glamour, luxury. No, it's giving no that. It's being a little downtrodden, but. You know, we're still here. We're still kicking, and that's really all that matters. I got a little mount in lights.
All right, Oscar, shut the fuck up. What else? Oh, he goes to Target? No way.
There's no hiding it. That is what I'm there for, so might as well. It was a sign from God just to, you know, represent for the Swifties, because representation matters, even for Swifties. Here's hoping I'm able to get it. Scared I was not going to be able to get that vinyl. But
oh, wow. So Oscar, Black Friday, partaking, looks like, sitting outside with a bunch of hoodlums, thieves. I consider people lining up to a store up to no good. Thirsty for a good steal. So I'm assuming this is Black Friday night. Oscar down at Old Target, you know, looking for a steal.
the line, and I was
yeah,
scared.
right.
I was scared. I was not going to be able to get that.
Maybe what if Oscar got knifed? Okay, that's a lie. Okay, this stuff is disturbing. Nighttime lineups.
But the doors open and I stormed in. It felt like the good old traditional Black Friday.
So Oscar went ahead and just like, you know, ran through people. He's only about a foot tall, so, you know, he's running through between people's legs. First to get, you know, this crisp Taylor Swift album.
I was scared. I was not.
Look what he acquired at Black Friday.
That vinyl, but the doors open.
Wow, there it is, Taylor Swift.
I stormed in. It felt like the good old.
Look at these shoes.
Old traditional Black Fridays when people were fighting for like a Wii or something.
Is that what you're wearing? Look at what Oscar's wearing. What are these Sperry's or some type of bullshit Doc Boy shoe? Hate it.
So this footage looks like found footage from like a zombie apocalypse or some kind of dystopian society, but it's just me at Target.
Yeah, it's just you just filming useless. Why would you film people's feet? You know, this is very Trisha coded. Trisha Paytas is very obsessed with filming her fat feet along with her daughters. And I think Oscar has a fancy for others' feet too.
Like a zombie apocalypse or some kind of dystopian society, but it's just me at Target fighting for a book and a vinyl. But nevertheless, I ended up on top. I got...
Looks like he's in a real shitty one too, probably one in the ghetto. You know, Oscar's walking on messy Target floors. You know, you can tell how well and how maintained and nice a Target is by its floor.
For me, and one for my little cousin for Christmas. I hope.
Oh, they are Hey Dudes. He's got Hey Dudes on. Oscar's wearing the shoes called Hey Dudes. They're pathetic.
Maddie, if you're watching this, turn it off right now because your Christmas surprise just got ruined, bitch.
Wow. Okay. So his made-up imaginary friend, Maddie.
Then I was...
You know, the same name as my sister, doxed. Okay.
I'm expecting. I have literally been to this Target since Fearless.
So we did a little bit of Christmas shopping. Now, Oscar's list is probably very scary. It's probably about 3 or 4 names on it for sure. And, you know, I would assume Trisha just told Oscar this year, I'm just going to keep your check for Christmas.
It's like the first Fearless, and I've gotten the CD like the day it comes out, like no problem. But my God, Taylor really has her hands around everyone's throats around here all of a sudden because the line was kind of crazy. I wasn't too nervous about the book because I knew the book was going to be really stocked, but the vinyl I was nervous about just because the like initial stock was going to be
nervous about the vinyl. Where else do we go? So Oscar does and tries to be Trisha Paytas. Sitting in the car talking about nothing.
Can't wait to see what the hell.
You know, not eating a lick of food. You know, Oscar hasn't eaten in a couple days. You know, he looks like he's, you know, completely listless. You know, this entire document or this vlog.
I forgot that Trisha and I were going to film a movie mukbang today. Oh my god, jeez.
Well, and you know, when cats do stuff like that, they're starving to death. So I don't know if Oscar's torturing the cat on purpose, smiling with that demonic smile. That small little set of lips, little mouth, little face. That evil, sinister smile, you know, while you can hear his cat screaming for food.
Cheese is being loud as hell today. I forgot that Trisha and I were going to film a movie mukbang today. Oh my god, jeez.
You know, listen to that. That cat is suffering. Empty stomach.
Cheese is being loud as hell today.
Allegedly.
Anyway, what is it? So, anyway, I had to meet Trisha.
Wow, you know, like the worst people in the world always have the coolest looking cats. You know, it really affects my mood sometimes when, you know, I see a shitty person having something cool.
At the movie theater to.
I mean, if I had this cat, I'd see how far he can fly.
Eats a lot.
Just kidding, all right?
Movie theater food.
I would like to have this color. I like to call it a colorway. I don't know what kind of cat this is. To me, this is a fucking cow.
Although it was kind of a skinnier mukbang than usual because I haven't had much of an appetite after being sick. Scheduling a movie theater mukbang at a mall on Black Friday was quite a choice. Oh god, cheese, what the hell's going on?
Cool. I mean, look at you. Look how dirty Oscar's walls are. This is what I've been waiting for. Oscar's floor situation. Check it out. Look at this fucking cat. Wanting to escape. My cat's never ran over to a window trying to knock it over with its fucking weak paw. You know, this is a cat that's suffering. Even though there's toys galore, this house, I don't think it's a vibe.
What?
Look how dirty it is. He literally has a piece of wood holding his shitty door together. You know, he walks into Trisha's golden gateways to her house. Then he comes home to this dirty aluminum bullshit, you know, porch sliding door. Wow.
Anyways, but now.
And here's his kitchen. Just what I fucking thought. Random hallway. I hate a kitchen like this. This is almost the same kitchen that Ethan Klein has down at H3 Productions.
Chase, what the hell? And every time I go Chase.
Hold on. Here it is. What is all this shit on the floor?
Hell?
And here's his source of nice, beautiful, cool air. Wow.
And every time I go to film him on the fucking wheel.
Where's he at? Why are you scared? I think the boyfriend has told him with his fist not to show him on camera. And, you know, Oscar's walking around nervous, shy, doesn't know how to, like, approach how he wants to do the fucking vlog. But he's also revealing how shitty his house is. Look what he's got. RBG lights behind the TV. Wow.
Of course. What a troll. So now we're going finally to go to the fish store and see the fish tanks. I'm trying to upgrade one of my aquariums because
What is this? Look at this.
I know you guys have been asking for an aquarium tour since literally last year, but it's not living up to like my standard because I am a little bit of a perfectionist. So I wanted looking
just a mirror. I've never seen a mirror in a kitchen.
As glam as possible before I finally do the unveiling, you know?
Wow. Look at them. Look at these. Oscar's challenge.
Anyway, let's finally go to the fish store. Ladies, my plan was to make this an aesthetic montage with music and shit, but guess what? This vlog is giving flop, but it's not giving aesthetic.
Yeah, it's giving fucking bullshit. How many views you got, you son of a bitch? All right, he's got 51K, way more than Trisha could ever imagine.
Finally, so stay tuned for that. Don't want to.
Let's look at Trisha's last vlog. I just kind of want to compare, be petty. Here's her family channel. Last vlog, 48,000 views. Oscar is winning. He's actually becoming more relevant than his boss, Trisha.
Okay, so right now I am at my parents' house. This is my childhood bedroom that I converted into kind of a hoarding room.
Okay, so this is I don't know what did you just say?
Parents' house. This had this dark wood in stock, and that's what I ended up getting. So I will be setting up my tank next week finally. So stay tuned for that. Don't want to miss it. Okay, so right now.
Wow, bitch, you sound like you're really excited. Not even like a cool type of like pettiness coming out of his mouth. It just all sucks. Anything that is said from Oscar is bullshit.
I am at my parents' house. This is my childhood bedroom that I converted into kind of a hoarding room when I moved out on my own.
So Oscar still lives with his mommy and daddy, it looks like. He's trying to play it off as if he's back home visiting.
Basically, I just had...
how often do you go home and, actually still have your bedroom set up for you?
So much stuff.
The first thing my dad did whenever he kicked me out,
because I've literally collected...
he burned the house down.
Trinkets, knickknacks, things since I was a little kid, and...
So Oscar must visit his parents' abode often. In his live streams, he's in this room. I don't know if is Oscar living with his mom and dad? Look at him. He's doing his live streams that he does like every day, or, whatever, every 13 days. He's sitting in, his parents' house. So I don't even know if Oscar has his own apartment. I think he could possibly be living with his mom and dad. Spread the word, folks. Spread the word.
I just had so much stuff because I've literally collected trinkets, knickknacks, things since I was a little kid, and I don't know, I'm very attached to all of it, so I didn't want to just like put it in storage or something. I wanted to kind of put it out, like display it in a way where I could come and just be nostalgic and be surrounded by things that I love. So this is also where I stream, so if you've seen any of my streams on this...
Yeah, we've seen it. Moving on. All right, moving on. Oh, look at his whole fucking room coated in this pink shit.
Okay, ladies, this is where things start getting a little spooky.
All right, so it is spooky. A collector is a little bit more of a disturbing person than you think. It's okay to collect things, but yeah, when you become a hoarder, it is another level of strange.
So,
people that need this and have this fascination with collecting items and putting them on shelf, right? It's I would like to say it's an addiction of filling a shelf.
Like I said,
collecting things.
It's an old house, so like we have central air, but when I was younger, my parents were sick of me running the central air all the...
So this is nuts. This is the fucking most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. Their parents literally cut a hole in their fucking wall there into the house to put in a central air. Oscar's trying to tell us he has central air.
So they put this
yeah, right. You got motherfucking window units, bitch.
Little wall unit in here because I just like my room cold. So God bless them.
Oh my God! Look at the black incrustation all over here. Oscar having no respect for his parents' house. Not coming in here cleaning this up, repainting it maybe.
This is
and what if it breaks? They literally implanted I've never seen this in my life.
Wall unit.
Why don't you put it in the fucking window?
Because I just like my room.
Look how small this is.
Cold, so God bless them. This is one of the plushie bins. Again, I don't know. I have to go through it and figure that shit out. This is the Animal Crossing gallery wall. Again, work in progress. Stitches is kind of falling off. Again,
fat hand.
And more crazy ass bins that I have to.
All right, so Oscar's confirmed nuts.
And they don't.
He's actually literally coming back here and probably going to fill. So Oscar's moved out allegedly. He is he's into lolly, I think. If you have also, I'm assuming he's a Little Pony fan, My Little Magical Pony, and a Mario person. If you're into Mario, that's lolly to me. Even Brass, all that shit. But he does have a clear space right here. Looks like Oscar's going to be filling this up with knickknacks. So he's continuing to hoard his childhood bedroom at his parents' house for all his crap that literally you don't need.
Not fit here.
To stand and collect dust. Every one of these motherfucking dolls, I guarantee you, has layers and layers of dust.
One fits here decently, but two, absolutely not. But whatever. We're going to make it work. These shelves have literally been here since I was 12 years old, so it's...
Spackled ceiling, cheap.
Kind of trippy. But when I was little, I don't know why I wanted these shelves kind of asymmetrical.
Oh my God, JT's here. Welcome to the show, JT! Folks. God damn it, where is it? I don't know where it is, JT. I'm trying to give you a song. Welcome to the show, JT. It's been a while. I'm glad you're here. Let's go back to this.
Or whatever, like, I don't know what it was really giving. Why didn't I just center it? I don't know, but we're stuck with it for now. So I just have like Animal Crossing stuff there, and then my Hunger Games collection right there.
This is actually Oscar's biggest fascination in the world. He does have videos on his YouTube, or maybe they've been deleted, where Oscar cosplayed as Jennifer Lawrence's character, Katniss Everdeen, in Hunger Games.
But I might move it into this.
But, you know, for somebody that's obsessed and, like, you know, lives a life, you know, through the eyes of a Hunger Games fan, you don't really have a lot. Not a lot of shit. Look, I can't get over this. That's nuts.
Right there. But I might move it into this. I don't know. I have to figure all that out. Okay, this is a little bit of my vinyl collection. I don't really collect anymore besides like the
standard relevant music.
Tree. Back in the day, I used to buy like anyone I remotely liked, but now not so much. I think my first ever vinyl was Speak Now, so that was what, 2010.
I'm looking at ripping it, breaking it in half. Oscar's fat vinyl fucking peeling fingers. What is that? That's nuts. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Look at that hand, Oscar's nubs.
That's when I
You know, I wish his hand was just one finger.
started collecting. I had to move a lot of them to the garage because they just like didn't fit in here, so I kind of just kept the Queenies, you know. This used to
Well, okay, so this used to probably be something that, you know, wasn't meant for
be
this.
my closet that I converted into like a shelving situation. They're just 3 IKEA bookshelves that somehow miraculous.
What the fuck do you have that? What is this, Colossus? You know, Oscar's over here. He's quite the nerd. He's got all this Marvel shit, X-Men, Bratz, Wolverine.
Fit in this closet.
You know, look at this collection, Oscar. Where all your dollars have been gone to collecting, you know, crap that,
I don't know how.
you know, with one shake compromises all the other guys around
I'm
it.
not a measuring girl at all, as you can tell by the pink display case situation. I'm kind of just like it'll fit, just based off like delusion. But somehow the delusion actually
Where's that
paid
Mr.
off here.
Planet?
It somehow worked. So yeah, that's kind of what we're working with.
All right, enough. I'd like to take that Pokemon ball and throw it as far as I can.
Again, just a lot of shit that I have to kind of put away and display and all that. And then eventually kind of like touch up the paint and stuff. But that's way down the line.
Oh, whatever, bitch. All right, so Oscar does a little makeup routine. We get to watch Oscar one-on-one, you know, sitting with us, embracing the comfort of, you know, your audience, your fans, you know, watching you get your face together for the show.
I just don't.
You know, I didn't think Oscar even wore makeup at all. And that's not a good thing to say.
Like,
and I'm saying I don't even notice he wears makeup on the show.
Sleep that much. Who else is
So it ain't helping.
doing it like me? We got gaming, we got vlogs, we got beauty. Truly a variety channel. Foundation, this is another e.l.f. product.
So as you can see, Oscar's the product of somebody, you know, one too many chapped lips. He's got his shit dripping with that sauce, that Vaseline, that chapstick. That shit is layered thick, you know, a couple, 3 or 4 layers deep on his lips. I think he's using Trisha's disgusting makeup that she has thrown around this room.
3 shades darker than I currently am. Would be problematic if I wasn't Latino, I guess. So for me, I get really,
you know, and I don't see it at all. You know, Oscar, you're a one of a kind. You know, I if you were to tell me Oscar's Latino, I'd say no way.
Blotchy, like in my neck whenever attention is on me for some reason, like little hives, because I have social anxiety. So the
you know, Oscar's fake Latino.
In
allegedly,
the little makeup bag is the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. I really don't know what I'm fully doing, but
yeah, I can tell. This is what I would do too. If I had makeup, I'd just start to have a blast. Dookie streaks.
Sure. And this big ass forehead.
Oh my god. Woo! God damn. Oscar's hairline.
Come on down.
Look at Oscar's hairline. We finally get to see it pulled back.
We'll get a hairline.
Look at him, man. He's got that fucking 4 o'clock bullshit, okay? Dad of the year. Dad hairline.
Like transplant.
Oh, my God. Look how far. And it goes further, too. Don't get it twisted.
At some point, I've always had a big forehead, but obviously hitting 30, your hair thins out, and then plus I'm just always...
It's a lie. I'm 30-something. Hair still here. See this? A lot of people, they have no idea what a lineup is. I get that ghetto Puerto Rican Spaniard, or I get that
ghetto lineup.
Look at this. A lot of people think I have something, my hairline perfect. You know, some people trying to make, you know, comments on the video. They're like, with a hairline like that? With a hairline like what? A god? A fucking god, dog?
Stress, so that doesn't help. So I think at some point we'll move that down. But for now, we'll just contour it. Concealer 20. We're baking. Let's just say that. We'll say we're baking. Okay, I'm gonna warm everything back up because we feel like we got lost in the... Oh, shit.
So Oscar's making a mess. He's actually creating a whole new beard and a whole new look for his face. Has no idea what he's doing. It looks like he's been socked in the chin. He's got a nice bruise.
We're so back. We're so back. That scared me for a second. I can't see what the hell I'm doing because my glasses are off, so hopefully this looks like slay.
Looks like slime to me. Okay, so Oscar got himself all dressed up for nothing going home. His boyfriend didn't notice an inch of his makeup, and Oscar's not about it. So let's move on. That was Oscar and his shitty-ass vlog. This is his room now at his cool apartment. Check it out. Look how old these vents are. They don't make it like this. I haven't seen this since 1745, okay?
It is so late, but...
Moving on, back to Trisha's podcast. How much more do we want to watch of this?
Then, like, we're only... Our mind...
Does anybody want to see this? Because I only, like, left this because of, you know, the close similarity to Oscar that Bo and Yang resembles.
Minds are not developed enough as human beings to, like, not keep doing that. And so we just keep doing that. And then you get in this holding pattern. And then all it takes is just one thing to, like, get you out of this. Sorry, we're getting so deep already.
I love that about you, though. I feel like I was so nervous when we first met. Like, I didn't want to, like, ruin anything up. I didn't want to be in anyone's space or anyone's way because, like, it's such an intense show. And I'm like, okay, I'm literally here for, like, a 3-second, like, cameo. I don't want to be in the way. So I was, like, very much, like, trying not to be in your space.
Okay, so Trisha was trying not to actually tip the whole fucking stage over. Very easy thing to do.
Or be over much. But then...
Chelsea says Chad Nate versus Incel Oscar.
minute we started talking about like meditation and I was like wait, what? And you said you watched like Soul Boom, like all.
But I mean, Trisha trying to sit there and, you know, be humble, be like, I wasn't trying to get in the way, you know, I was just following your lead, dog. When Trisha showed up on camera, she filled the whole fucking stage.
All this crazy stuff, and I was like, wait.
You know, what they didn't tell you is that the show was actually, the Trisha segment was pre-recorded.
I wouldn't think that about you because you're just like so.
Because they couldn't get the entire set and everything else on the stage without, like, you know, compromising the weight capacity. And, like, you know, endangering people around them. If Trisha was on the set, on the stage with too many people, she could actually cause it to break. And,
so
you know, like, it would just be a bloodbath.
And, like, you never talk about, like, being with your thoughts. And, like,
yeah, I guess I don't. You're right.
Yeah. I'd never get that from you. Like,
really?
With Last Call Teresa,
That's fine. I mean, I don't know what the fuck Trisha's talking about. Trisha's acting as if they're old pals.
Like, beyond words. Like, one, obviously, DMing me to get me. We should kind of say that, too. Yes. Okay, so I get a DM We followed each other.
We followed each other for a while, and then Harry Daniel connected us. And then that
JT is sliving. Shout out JT.
was so kismety to me because I love him. I love you.
I love Harry.
And he set us up.
Wow, look at his little Geppetto shoes. So, fake Oscar, Asian Oscar, Bowen Yang, you know, would be the type of person that would come up, pull up at the party wearing a couple slippers.
He linked us up.
And he's got himself a couple Gucci steppers covered with cracks and stains.
On
They're not a good look. I mean, I don't know how anybody could ever put their fucking feet inside something a puppet would wear. You know, a ventriloquist
now
doll
I'm like going
shoe.
on keeping movies.
No.
Do you think you'll stay for a while?
What did I just fucking do? Son of a bitch!
Was once again so busy, and I like your one day off. I'm not gonna be like, come to the podcast, but you did ask, like, are you doing a podcast while you're here? I'm like, yeah. Would you like to come?
And it was such a quick yes.
That was crazy, and the fact that you're here, I really appreciate it. Like beyond words. Like one, obviously DMing me to get me. We should kind of say that
let's set the
too.
scene.
Yes. Okay. So I get a DM. We followed each other.
We followed each other for a while, and then Harry Daniel connected us.
Okay, so I'm actually curious about the backstory on how these two lovebirds met up.
And that was so kismety to me because I love him. I love you.
I love Harry.
And he set us up. He linked us up on DMs, and then whatever. I was just like, oh my God, Trish, like I love you. Like,
Okay, so he doesn't look like he actually loves her. They both look like they're just playing the role.
I have,
you know, trying to pull it off, you know, get this over with, you know, make this the past already.
followed
And pretend to, like, actually be interested into each other.
you since the beginning, which for me was you and Gigi Gorgeous doing videos where you guys were being so fun. You guys were literally doing sketches.
Yeah.
Wait, tell the Nazi one. I like, hey, Bowen, you remember the Trisha enjoying and, you
Gigi
know,
Gorgeous doing
actually
videos.
being in love with Hitler?
Were you-
Did you like those old videos,
You guys were
Bowen?
being so
Huh?
fun. You guys were literally doing sketches.
Yeah, that was like
Bring those up!
That was like 15 years ago.
Those are the best videos.
But it's like, can I say, like, of that ilk, I was like, oh, but the difference with Trish, personally, and I don't know the full landscape, but I'm like, but Trish is like,
Exactly. Cool says they like each other's clout, and that's a good thing. That actually works in for anybody. You know, Ethan Klein enjoys other people's clout, aka other people's money. That's why we've actually seen him open up and squash the beef with some of these people that he's talked shit about. And Trisha's kind of doing the same thing, this fake friendship, this fake bullshit smile that these two are putting on right now. Except for Bowen Yang. He looks like he's fucking freaking out.
hilarious.
He looks like he has no idea what's going on. But they're trying to play off as if like they both loved each other. You know, ever since their inception into stardom. Bowen Yang's trying to tell him, he's like, I've been around since the beginning, okay? I know you from the back of my hand, bitch.
Just like a comedic genius.
I'm a real fucking fan. So he wanted her to come on the show. You know, Bowen wanted to do a tribute for Trish. Bring her up on the show because of her comedic genius.
Crazy. No.
All she did was get on the stage and said, God damn.
I heard that.
And let out a stank.
I really had not heard that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like I feel like people are like, "Oh, Trisha's funny," but like I can't intentionally be. Could never do. Did you do stand up?
I never did stand up. I tried. I was bad at it. I couldn't put in the hours of like open mics and all that stuff.
Surprising because I feel
Legend.
like everyone on SNL I thought was like stand up. Like if I started.
Well, no, the nice thing about this current time of SNL is everyone's from a different background. You've got TikTok
Now, where'd you come from? Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Bowen Yang came from TikTok.
comedians, or you've got like sketch comedians from the Groundlings, or you've got like body horror comedians like Sarah, or you've got like
Body what?
She does body horror.
Body horror. And Trisha's like, God. You know, and she probably considers herself something like that. Like, you know, a lightweight David Cronenberg movie. A movie about body horror, okay? You know, everything about Trisha is like, you know, something out of the mind of David Cronenberg crawling across the table.
Body horror?
You know, some type of disturbing, mutated piece of human flesh.
She does like you know, she loves doing practical effects where like out of a vagina that she makes out of paper mache or something.
Oh,
you
that
know,
was like hers. I was like squirting.
it's squirty. She loves to squirt.
I was like,
Oh, here we go. Trisha's already making a mess. As you can see, she's making a puddle. She's holding her goinkus down
Wow.
here.
Don't we all love to squirt? And then, anyway, so no, like everyone comes from a different background. I love that that's what SNL is right now. It's like you got queer comedians, you got like really like bro-y, for lack of a better word, like, you know, stand-ups, and like it's from the whole, it runs the gamut. But I feel like
Now, what I'm waiting for right now is Trisha's lean forward. Bowen Yang actually has his knee, you know, kind of like presented to Trisha as a gift. Trisha does a lot of knee touching too. Some of the guests she has on her show that she's in love with. You know, we saw the same thing with Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew was covered with Trisha's fingerprints by the time he left.
you can't discount like that era of social media and of like, and of, let's just say, like, of that era of YouTube specifically is like so important to like the current media landscape of like comedy, you know, like
Wow.
it's
Explain.
like, it's
You know, Bowen Yang is over here doing circles with his
a
words.
huge part
He's telling us that, like, you know, a huge part of culture is some of the old YouTube videos.
of like, like of that era of YouTube specifically.
As if they're important on the influence on culture, which sometimes things can be, but also Trisha doing an ad could influence culture. Okay? It could, you know, advertisements could probably create a movement, you know, with people outraged by seeing them.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, or we could get rid of them.
And so that's why when you say that, it's like shocking to hear, because I don't think anyone else looks at social media people as like, wow, they're comedic geniuses over there. You know what I mean?
Literally, but that's why people were buzzing at the show, like people who worked at the show, like all the writers who came up to you, like all the cast that came up to you, like
So
Chloe
nice.
Fineman was
Wow, his eyes were about to go into space. Look at him. Going nuts. Glitching out. You know, I'd like to say Bowen Yang's probably AI.
freaking out. Sarah was freaking out. We were all like, I mean, Trish is like a legend. And like, and the way I pitched it to Lauren, I had to like run the cameo of you by Lauren, and I was like, so she's this like
Let me hear.
modern day like Warholian figure. Like
Wow, okay. And like Trisha's over here about to sink into her own fucking fat. I mean, she's being fucking buttered up right now by this
she
guy.
like
This guy's covering her, basting her, fluffing her up.
has like lived like 1,000 lives. She's been through every kind of modern day experience of fame where people love her, people all of a sudden will flip on her, people like don't believe what she says, people believe what she says. It's like you have experienced the full spectrum. And like I think you show people, you show me that like people can grow and change, and like it's
Wow. So this guy's about to fucking, you know, start crying here in a minute. I can't watch another second of Bowen Yang.